So this is part 3 of the introduction of the syllabus. Anyway, as we scroll down, now we come to the point system. Now, I want to remind you that I may change some of the requirements of this course, but basically most of the requirements are going to remain as they are written here. So what I'm saying, if there is modifications, this point system may change a little bit, okay? As we scroll down a little bit, we're going to come across the course outline. This is pretty much the way it is, although as I go along in the blog here, and I'm going to go back up to where I'll be posting each week's session, and there again, most of you are familiar with how I've been doing this. So you can see that this is class 1, which we'll be covering when I meet with you face to face. As we progress, I will add class 2, 3, 4 in this area right here where it says class meetings. Okay, so I don't like posting them things all at once because I don't want you to move ahead of me or anything like that, because I have a lot of activities and videos and things like that that you need to view and respond to in your written assignments. Okay, so I'm now going to go back. So what I'm saying is that this schedule probably is relatively correct, although it might be different. I have a belief that students drive the curriculum, not this particular schedule. So I don't know for sure what may happen, that we may have to spend more time on one particular area than another. All of that is depending on you and what your understanding is of the content from week to week. Scrolling down here, one of the things that I want to talk about is incomplete or incomplete assignments. It says there are serious consequences for not completing every requirement of this course. I'm going to remind you that learning is incremental, and I'm not just giving you assignments to make your life more hectic or anything, but one assignment is going to lead to your learning and understanding of the next assignment. So it's very important that you do the assignments. It says if any requirement is not fulfilled, then a 0 is entered for its component for your final grade. So be very diligent about completing every course requirement, no matter how significant it seems. A 0 will greatly reduce your score. Remember, some points are better than no points at all. So try to do your best work. Most of us are familiar with the attendance policy at the college. 9 credit hours is an automatic drop. So that means 3 classes. If you miss 3 classes, you will automatically be dropped from this course. Now, I do understand that sometimes because of your job you are required to be here or there, or some of you as parents need to go to parent-teacher conferences or whatever. Be very respectful and professional, and let me know beforehand if those events are going to happen for you, and I will make some type of modifications for you. Okay? Class makeup, basically this presentation is constituting a makeup. So what I want you to do after you review all of these videos, I do want you to email me at afisher.olc.edu that you have viewed the videos and that you accept the videos, okay? And those instructions are written at here. You'll find the class introduction here, and you go there, and it's gonna state those requirements of emailing me that you approve the syllabus for the course. Okay, now I got to find out where we left off here. the attendance policy. We went over class makeup was what I was just talking about. This course requires that you have access to both the computer and the internet. It's going to be very difficult for you to do this course if you do not have those things. Almost, it's impossible, basically. There again, the blog is there to assist you. You can go back later and review from one class to the next, or anything that I've posted up here on the blog for your help, okay? It talks about the cell phones, pagers, and other electronic devices. Most of us are pretty well schooled in that area, that we do know that we need to turn our cell phones off or place them in silent mode, vibration, or whatever during class, so we don't have to listen to your rings and everything like that, okay? Important rules. In all times of history, it has been necessary for each group of people to have rules of conduct. I think we all pretty much understand the way that we should act appropriately within the course, within the classes, and so on. Disabilities. If you have any disability for which you are maybe requesting any accommodations for in this class, you are encouraged to contact both your instructor and the OLC director for support services, and the number there is 455-6040, and you want to do this as early as possible if you need any accommodations for this class. In this class, we'll practice Lakota protocol. That we'll do basic introductions, like it's stated in the syllabus over and over. We should practice our Lakota language as much as possible. Okay, so as you view the syllabus on your own, you might look at the beginning of the class. It gives you some basic introductions and some of the things that we could be doing during class and at the end of the class. Okay, I'm going to go over the disclaimer here because that's important. It says the information contained in this syllabus was to the best knowledge of the instructor. It was considered correct and completed when distributed for the use of at the beginning of this semester. Although instructors reserves the right to make changes in the syllabus in collaboration with the class when possible and with reasonable notice to all concerned. So I did speak about some changes that would be made in the class, but you will be notified prior to those changes, okay? So hopefully this gives you a basic idea of what the course consists of and your responsibility within the course. If you do have any questions or concerns, please email me at afisher.olc.edu. That's the end of the presentation. So there again, what you need to do at this time is you need to email me saying you approve the syllabus for this course. By doing so, then I'm going to count that as your attendance. So if you do not send me an email saying that you approve of the syllabi, then I will count you absent. Okay? Anyway, see you next week in class, and where we will go over class 1.